Hey, welcome to Juana TV, a podcast exploring community through culture and cannabis. If you're not familiar with our website, you can check it out. We'll drop it in the chat for you guys. Check that out along with volume one of our zine, our blog. And if you like what you see on there and you like what you see and hear today, shop our merch. Today's episode is sponsored by The Gym. For your next live event, make sure you check them out. Yes. And also JP Marie Pro, helping us bring our story to life in this virtual space. Today's guest is none other than my friend and celebrity hairstylist, Savis Davis.
That sounds so good.
Yes,
That
honey.
sounds so good.
You be
Yes.
styled the celebrity hairstylist to the girls.
That's
So,
very-
for a
yeah.
little bit of context, Savis was actually the cover star for our very first issue of our zine. So this is like a full circle moment,
Yeah.
and so far I've interviewed Erica. She did the shoot with Elise that we just passed, and then Colby, who I interviewed on Thursday. Her and her bae, they were the third issue, and so now we all the way back to the very beginning. My
Yes.
muse.
Yes.
How have you been? What have you been up to since volume one of our zine?
Oh shit. That was like 2018.
2018. 2018. Yours came out September 23rd, 2018.
I feel like that's like right when I started getting like noticed. Like 2017, I was
I had caught
doing
it.
hair.
I caught it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I was just doing hair in St. Louis. But then 2018 is when like celebrities started like writing under my pictures like, "Oh my god, like where do you live?" or "Can you come do my hair?" So I I don't know. I've been doing that. I've been helping Muhammad, my husband, like with his music and everything. I'm not an artist or nothing like that, but just, being a
We're
mom.
not gonna hear you on no
I'm a
tracks
mom
no time
now. I
soon.
think that's the biggest thing. My bad. Nah, no, 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 no.
Okay, okay.
No, I ain't no artist. I ain't gonna do that to nobody. But I'm a mom now. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Is what I've been up
Okay, okay.
to.
I love to see it. So, getting right into it. First of all, you said you're a mom now.
Yes.
Tell us what has, so, first of all, I want to preface this by saying that I admire you, like, outside of just, like, being a mom, like, all these things that you are. Like, I think you're really, Savis is a really dope person, like, just in general. But what have you found in being a mom and like navigating this space? Because it's what Moon's not even like two.
He'll be one next month. So
Oh, see, that's what I'm saying. He's not
yeah,
even like he's still a baby. So
yeah.
what have you learned like navigating this space? Like just as a woman, what have you learned navigating that space?
As a mom,
Yes.
selflessness to just like the ultimate max. Like I don't know, like just watching him grow and just maneuvering different. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry.
Stop! Oh my god,
No.
y'all. Can we? You need a tissue?
Oh my gosh, I cannot believe I'm crying. Okay.
I can't either. I wish I wasn't prepared. I didn't want to make
Me
you cry.
neither.
I'm so
No, like no. So just like selflessness and just I humble myself a lot. Just my intentions behind everything for him. It's just like I cannot believe I'm crying. Oh my goodness, Rachel, you're so good. Like,
I really just wanted to know, how it's been
um,
navigating this space because like I said, I don't first of all, you the girls. And just
yeah.
because you the girls with a husband and a child, and just because you a
Whew.
girl with a husband and child don't mean you the girls with the
Yeah.
husband and child. Okay, people that speak the language know what I'm talking about. So to
Yeah.
me, and I mean even just you getting like touched in this moment, like that's so beautiful because to me that's what terrifies me about childhood, is to love somebody like that, to love somebody that intensely. Like, so,
It's
yeah.
very scary because he's a little black boy. He has so much light. Thank you so much. Like, I'm gonna chill out though. I'm gonna chill out. I'm gonna chill out. I'm gonna come back.
That's how it's supposed to
But
be when you're talking about your kids. I mean,
normally it'd be a picture, you know what I'm saying? But I can't pull my phone out, so I'm talking about him. It's like, oh my goodness, like I really adore this person. So no, the intentions behind just like my spirituality, my business has just been like that much more like intense, but in like the best way possible because I push myself. Yeah, girl, I'ma just chill out. Let's
because
change the question.
it's a purpose behind it. But okay, yes, let's change the
Yeah,
subject.
yeah.
We're mostly talking about their kids now.
And I ain't seen them in some days, so I'm over here like,
That's why.
that's really what
You
it
know, I
is.
just struck a nerve.
Yeah, it's been some
Is
days.
it also what is your cycle like? Are you synced up right now?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh
Okay,
my
so
goodness, that is so funny.
It's the end of this is a candid show, you guys. This is the end of my cycle, so I understand. But so you talked about also spirituality and your business.
Yeah.
What talk to us about your business? So first of all, we know that you became who you are doing the gypsy locks.
Mhm.
I remember my aunt showed me a picture. And I don't remember the girl's name. She's an influencer, and I feel like she's like one of your regulars. She had the
Ooh.
aqua.
Oh, Sydney. Shout out to Sydney. Sydney's awesome.
Yes. So
Yeah.
my aunt showed me a picture of her, and she was like, "I want my hair like this."
Yeah,
And I'm
she's
like,
fire.
"That's so funny. That's actually my friend."
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up.
So, but yeah, how has your spirituality grown and all that played a part in your business and how you've transformed from just doing like your signature gypsy locks to I think you have like kits where people can make their own now, like
Yeah.
just all these things that you're doing. How has being a mom, your spirituality, all of that played a role in your business?
Well, I feel like 2018, let's go back to that. When I got like super popping outside of St. Louis, I was just moving so fast. I didn't really like appreciate what I was doing. Because you know, when you do
Mm-hmm.
something so
Mm-hmm.
much, it's like you don't really like acknowledge it or just put
Yeah,
full intention
you in
behind
the
it.
moment.
Yeah, you just doing it. So for me, like I think like 2019 is when I actually like on a spiritual level, it turned into like me realizing like, yo, you are like changing women and their mindsets, bro. Why am I being so emotional, bro? No, like, cause I don't think I really talk to people about my business or
Mm-hmm.
like my family, cause I'm really like private with that. So
Yes.
like, I don't know, like I just
And lighten it up a little bit.
2019, huh?
I said we can lighten it up a little
You
bit.
know what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
want to
My
have you be like,
bad.
oh my god, not
No, but it's
Yana.
like happy tears, bro. It's happy tears. So like 2019, my spirituality, like legit, I just dived into that much more. So when I actually realized that what I'm doing for women, just talking to them, like when they come into my chair and like they go through whatever they go through, then they come to me and I just like transform their mindsets, bro. Like it's so deep. So it made me appreciate my business that much more. And braiding, like the braiding culture with black women, like we are so powerful. Like braids, like culture, art, like culturally, like braids should be appreciated that much more. And so since then, I have just been turning it into like a therapeutic thing. So I sage my room like before anybody comes in. Like we open up. It's like therapy. It's like, of course, I'm not like licensed or anything, but
Well, I mean, no,
just
I think for as long as I mean history, like we see the vintage pictures of women in the hair salon or
yeah,
movies like Barbershop or Beauty Shop. I mean, it is kind of like a form of therapy for our
yeah.
community. So it always has been, and to the point of doing someone's hair.
Hmm.
My sister's a stylist, and she talks
Yeah.
to me about this a lot. But you're literally this is like I know healers that wrap their hair before they speak to talk to people
Hmm.
because that's where I don't know a lot about all
It's
that,
your
but I know
crown
there's
chakra.
a lot of
So
energy in
sensitive.
your hair.
Yeah.
You hold things there, so I think just like you got to be careful about who you're going to get readings from, you got to be
Hmm.
careful about who you let do your hair. And I am honored to say this is a shameless plug. My friend is somebody I let touch my hair because you really do. You have to be
Yeah.
it's more than just getting a style or whatever. It's like, who is this person in my head? And side note, I'm the same way about the dentist. Like,
That's so
the,
interesting.
like, is that not weird to anybody else? Like someone touching inside of your mouth. Like
That's
it's
so
just very
interesting.
weird.
Yeah.
Except one time my dentist was hot. But like, okay, they're out of there. But so
They're like, just go for it. Just
to
go for
lighten
it.
the mood a little bit, you talked about stylists, so
Yeah.
or stylists being pivotal to the culture, and
Mhm.
braiders being pivotal to the culture, and
Yeah.
y'all are, especially for us black girls who don't know how to braid. I could plait you up, but I'm not braiding nothing, okay? But
It's
so we kind of touched on this, like it just as friends, but I want to know. And Jaleesa, let me know if people have questions about this in particular. But what is your take on the stylist? Because it's often a reoccurring hot topic on
yeah.
social media
We talk about this often,
with
by the way.
stylists and these ridiculous, outlandish. Don't you gotta come with your hair wash? You gotta buy the hair. You gotta come 2 hours early. I might not get to you within those 2 hours, but you gonna have to like just these like what as a stylist. So again, like I said, my sister is a stylist,
Mhm.
and I can kind of understand because people be crazy. People
Yeah.
be doing and saying like trying to get like all of that. So I kind of get it, but I just want to know what is when you see those hot topics, like people talking about it and people just being outraged at, like, how dare you? How can you call yourself a stylist? Or what is your take on that whole thing?
So mine, because I like to look back and look at everything. So like how we got here to that point.
Okay, okay, take
So
us there.
I grew up in the city just a little bit, um, and so when I would go to like nail shops and stuff, like they would have like little signs like that everywhere. The beauty supplies, like they'll tell you like, oh, don't bring bags in with you, like don't. It's just so like many little notes everywhere before you like purchase anything. So I feel like it's kind of like instilled in us to feel like that's how you operate a business. So like I hate to get mad because some people just don't know,
Yeah.
but it does look it's so bad. It looks so bad because it's like a list. Like I've seen it because I wanted to get my hair
Yeah.
braided by somebody else, and so I would see it. I'm like, oh no, I'd rather just go do my own hair.
That was me
But
too. I
yeah,
wanted to book, and then I looked, and I was like, no, this not adding up.
it's a lot.
This
It's
is
a
a
lot.
lot, and I also think that it is for. I do kind of understand, like I said, because people be a little wild. I
Yeah.
have my sister worked at a spot, and this lady would literally drop her 5 kids off and
Hmm.
not come back for like 3 4 hours. Her kids just at the shop, and that's completely unacceptable. So like I get the rules, but I
Hmm.
definitely think therefore a certain clientele, and I just don't want to be treated that way as a client. So I
Yeah.
also think it's like, you cater to, I don't know, to me it just goes back to customer service. And again, who you letting in your head. Like, I know that you've probably had to set boundaries and set
That
some
took a
rules.
very long time.
Yeah, I'm sure because you're a
That took a
really
very long
nice,
time.
giving, caring, loving person.
But people will
And
definitely
people take
take advantage
advantage
of
of that.
that.
People take advantage of that,
Yeah.
especially when you don't make it clear from the get go. Do you have a wild, juicy story you can tell us?
Ooh.
We have a safe word. Pineapples is our safe word. So
I know, right? I'm like, ooh. To be honest, I don't have like, I wish I did, to be honest, because I don't. I feel like since I've put intention behind my shit,
that part.
God don't even bring that my way. Like, I don't get trifling people.
That's
Like, well, that was that.
wait. Now I want to know about the girl with the pink hair.
That was just like, well, it was a girl in LA. She wanted like pink hair, and this is before I started doing like the crazy colors or whatever. So I mean, that's not really a juicy story. I'd rather find something else. I got juicier stories. If that's a juicy story, no, 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 no.
I'm like, if Mo
But
say it's a juicy story, I believe him because
it's
Mo is
really
so
not. I
chill.
really don't have any like juicy tea. No, I just don't get it.
No
No,
crazy booking stories. I'm not a
no.
stylist, so I
And
don't
I
have
had
any.
the
But
inquiry system before I like after a while, like I
so
didn't take
you vet
everybody.
people.
Yes. But I will say when this girl did put an inquiry in, now those be funny. So it was a girl,
Like the people that like ask questions.
yeah, like they asked questions and like they want to like book. So she put her information in. So I went to go look at her page, and she was real young, but every video on her page was her fighting. Like she had full on like fighting videos. I'm like, I'm not doing your hair.
It
No.
was her fighting?
It was her fighting. Like she was a fighter. Like not like a actual
Like,
boxer, but she was
she
like
was in the street, like
fighting.
world
Like
star fighting.
yeah, yeah. So I was
Got
like,
it.
no.
Okay.
So you'll see stuff like that, like people who don't realize, like, yo, if you're asking of someone, like, and you're giving your information over, like, you cannot have stuff like that on your page. Like, you can no. So I didn't take her,
Yeah.
but it's stuff like that I would see. But I'm just like, nah. So I'm just real mindful of who I touch.
I can only imagine, but I respect the setting the boundaries
Yeah, you
because
got to.
you have to, or else, like I said, people will take advantage. I'm a very nice, caring, like giving person,
Hmm.
and people will take advantage if you
Yeah.
don't set the boundary. So, but and
Yeah.
of course, again, there's a way to set that boundary. Like you said, you don't have like the crazy list and all that. So anyway, I could go on and on about that child, and I'm sure
Yeah.
people have their own experience, but anyway.
But the what was it? The list and stuff and like
Hmm.
all the requirements before you book with certain people. Um, I don't know. I think it just goes back to like business etiquette.
Yes.
Like people don't know. They really don't know better. And it's
Yes.
so common right now. So
I think it's like,
I just don't
even though
know.
people don't want to think that they have a capitalistic mindset, or maybe they just don't
Hmm.
care, but to me, it's very capital. I feel like a lot of people have the attitude of people are going to buy it, it doesn't matter. Because a lot of
Hmm.
people don't. It's also, you have to be in, just like you want people to have business etiquette and all these things, we also, as consumers, have to be educated consumers,
Yeah.
or what's ethical consumers, or whatever it is. Like I said, I try to get my hair done by people that don't feel the need to have those crazy rules or what have you. But I think it definitely, we can all work together as a human race.
Yeah, we have to. We got to get there. We got to get there
We
cuz
have to learn to coexist just a
yeah.
little bit better. And I
Yeah.
think that we can achieve that through the ever advancing cannabis industry. Which, so I don't know what you said that made me want to ask, but circling back to being a mom. So
Mhm.
now that you are
I
done
got it out my
making
system.
a baby, your body is kind of yours
Uh-huh.
again. Are
Yeah.
you, how do you use, are you a marijuana mom?
I am sometimes. Like I said, like um I
Most
smoked
said you don't
so
anymore. I'm kind of sad
much.
because I'm like, oh.
You can be sad because I don't smoke. It's really hard to like live up to how I was. Like I literally like we
You have a
had
kid now.
bongs all over the house. Like I had like I would
Moon be
literally
like,
get
what's
up.
this?
Yeah, like he, I can't have it around him. But yeah, like I would be smoking all day, and it made me so happy. But like now I'm like I have this kid in front of me, and I'm like yo. And then I think he mentioned it earlier. He was like, he feels like he knows.
Yes,
And
I
I'm
said
like,
that. I feel like I
they be
remember once
watching you.
when my nephew was like a baby, 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 baby. I was like, really, I was zooted. It was a Beyonce concert. First of all, I had these like baklava baklava edible
Yeah.
cookie things from Colorado. Not anyway. I had cookie things. And I also, I don't know, but I was just gone out the window,
Oh,
honey.
no,
And
he
my
was
nephew was looking at me.
into
He was just looking at
you.
me.
Yeah.
He was just looking at me. And I was like, I guess I thought I was acting normal. Maybe I wasn't acting normal. He
Yeah.
was just staring at me like, something's different. But yeah, so I'm sure Moon definitely seemed like the type to be like, something ain't right here.
He does that to me all the time. I could be doing just anything, and I always feel like he's somebody that was here before. So he's always
I
like
get that from
staring at
him.
me.
I get
And
that from
if I'm
him.
doing
His eyes
something
say a lot.
iffy, exactly. So I'm like, I can't get it over with him. But the last time I did take an edible, I had made this honey. The honey was so good. Moon went with my sister. My sister picked him up, and then it was like 12 o'clock, right? So I
Hmm.
started cooking. I started making the edible shit. I smoked. Then I was eating the honey as I was smoking. So I just thought I was
Did
big
you
dog.
just ate the honey? You didn't put it on anything.
I
You
was
just
tasting it, you know what I'm
okay,
saying? I
okay,
wasn't
okay.
like, yeah, but I thought I was like a big dog. And by the time he got dropped back off at home, that was like 4 o'clock. My sister had to be at work like right at 5. She drops him off, and then my high kicked in. Like, but it wasn't no regular high. It was like a
You kept dipping your
Oh
hand
my
in the honey
gosh.
hot.
Like it was so bad. Like 5 minutes into him like coming in the house with her, she was still there. I ran to the shower and I stood in the shower with my clothes on and I was so high. I thought I was like melting.
Savis Davis
And so I
Austin.
told her, I was like, you cannot leave me with him. Like, don't go nowhere. And she had to be at work. So she stayed with me for a while. And so I ended up going outside. I thought I was better. So I was like, all right. And so I'm walking the streets like super high. And so we ended up going to the park. We go back
Was this what time? Was
home.
this daytime?
It was the daytime.
Okay.
Thank goodness it was the daytime. So I ended up going to the park like 5 different times because I was like, okay, I'm good. I'm good. You can go. But like right before she left, I would always be like, no, like
This
come
must have
back.
been your first time smoking after you had him.
No, this
No.
was like a few months ago.
Oh God.
This was like
What?
it was probably like my first time in a long time, like not
Okay.
having
That's
well
what it
having
sounds
childcare
like.
because I
'Cause
was super happy.
I don't think I've ever been like. I think recently the accidental highest that I got was okay. So it was like around. It was Halloween, I think, and I was going over my parents' house to tell campfire stories, and I had an edible, and so it was like she told me to take it in like thirds. And so I took the first third, and it was like to like help with my cramps. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever. It was nice. Took it right before I went to bed. It wasn't like, oh, because it's hit or miss. Edibles are usually
They
miss,
are. It's too
but
much.
it hit you or it missed you, and usually it misses. But so this time, whatever. So I was just well, I'll just take the rest of it because the gummy didn't do anything. Like 2 hours pass. We sitting there. It's my turn to tell the camp story, and it just the high
Kicking
just
your ass.
smack.
Like,
It
no.
just smacked me, and I'm like, they're gonna know I'm high if I tell a camp story right now, and they definitely did. They was just all staring at me like nothing about this story is making sense, and I'm like, oh, I'm
It's
so
not
embarrassed.
scary.
I don't think they knew that I was high, but yeah, it was
They
definitely
probably
that.
they probably
I think I told them afterwards. They just probably thought my story sucked, which I was okay with that. Okay, because the first
just get your
time
turn over with.
the first time my parents found out that I smoked, it was like this whole like intervention thing. It was ridiculous. My sister was like, "Y'all taking it way too far."
Like,
But do your parents know that you consume?
well, my mom, look, another one I don't know about, but she knows, she knows. She tried to give me a little talk back in the day, but I'm like,
Does she know that you do now?
yeah. I think everybody in my family knows. I am like a full advocate, especially before Moon. I was always talking about weed, so.
I remember in our interview you were saying that. You were saying that like you had started cooking, like you made butters, like to help to heal people, okay? Not
Yes,
just
the healing element.
the
Yes.
girls like recreational fun, but the girls also use the plant to heal, and that's exactly what
That's the
Savis
main
was
goal.
doing.
Yeah, that's the main goal. To lift vibrations. There we go.
So, not just with cannabis though. So, since and I don't, you've probably always been an herbalist, but I've noticed like more. I've even gone to y'all's house and I got these black seed oil. Y'all made me
You know
drink
that's my
it, and
shit. Yes.
I toughed through it. I powered through it. But tell me talk about your herbalist journey. Like, what made you want to, if for those of you who follow Savis and know, like she's always concocting some made out of this herb and that, like it's real witchy. I love it. But tell us what encouraged that herbal path.
You know what's so crazy? 10 incense. Like I didn't
Shout
start
out
my
10 Incense.
shout out to 10 incense, bro. Like
We was doing things for the girls in the city before the girls was doing things like
at
that for
6
girls in the
a.m. in the
cities.
morning. Like that was the first time I was exposed to like spirituality and like I mean Muhammad's mom, she's vegan. Oh my gosh, she's vegan. You know how she looks. She looks good.
She's like, I think that Mo's mom is like from ancient Egypt.
She's somewhere.
And she's like that has like that elixir of like immortality. Let me get that.
She ain't gonna tell us. But no, like I was exposed to her and she would eat healthy and then with y'all it was like herbs and just like spirituality on a whole nother level. Like I remember hanging out with y'all and y'all like, we're gonna go to the woods on the full moon and I'm like I wasn't at that level yet. I'm like, nah, I ain't going to no full.
I hadn't done that yet. I think there was a few trips
Like,
to the mounds.
yeah, I'm like, no, I'm not going.
For eclipse. And I would have loved to have been there, of course, but I feel
Looking
like
back, I wish I would have went,
I was
but
working for the man back then.
I wasn't
But
ready.
now I work for myself.
Yeah. Hello.
We working it out. We working it out.
But no, that was my first introduction to herbs. Yeah, and then since then, and to be honest, I'm still not like as into it as I feel like I like
I feel
should
like you're
be.
way into it. Like you like inspired me to like be like, okay, I be saying I be, let me really
Yeah.
get my spice rack together. I got some Himalayan
Yeah.
salt, some paprika.
That's a start. I fucking love Himalayan salt. But no, like that, and then Golden Grocer, like I started going there and I saw the wall of herbs. Like
I
I
haven't been
just
to their new spot, but
you have
I
to
used to
go.
shop there when they were in the Central West. Are they still in Central West then?
No, they moved location, so they're in the Tower Grove area. Golden Grocer is black owned. They have herbs. They have everything you need to
The
fight
real
off COVID.
herbs.
Okay. So no, I went there. I didn't realize how many herbs it was in the world. Like I'm just thinking like, oh, basil and like stuff you cook with. But when you actually get like the rose petals, lavender, stuff that you can actually like digest, I'm like,
Do
damn.
you use maca root ever?
Yeah, we do actually.
I want to
Yeah,
start using maca root to
we
help me
got
on
you,
my
bro.
get thick journey.
We got. Oh,
I'm
that's
so
that's what you're
serious.
doing it for.
Yes, girl. I try to be a solid 120 up in here,
There you
okay? And when
go.
I get there, y'all not gonna be able to tell me
Oh,
nothing.
yeah, we put that in our smoothies and stuff. Yeah,
Yes, that's what I'm gonna
I
start
got a
putting in
bag
my
for you.
smoothies.
Got a bag for you then.
Thank you.
But
So,
yeah,
guys,
what?
I had the Rona.
Oh yeah.
And Savis with all of her herbs. She helped. She was like one of the people that like they
That's
made
what's
sure
up.
though they dropped it off. Or they didn't tell me when they was coming. They just dropped it off on my doorstep and they was like, "Hey, we left the bag out there." I was like, "Cool."
God
Cool, but
damn.
no, that was what's up because I was like, oh, I like don't know, like I don't feel like I was just a million things was going through my mind and Savis was like, I
I'm
got
sure.
you, and so she bought me like all these herbal remedies and like I got some spirilla oil, like just all this stuff, and I'm like thankful that I have this tribe that can hold me accountable for being this person that I say that I am because I am this person. I'm just we on a journey to getting her
Yeah, we're
there.
on a journey, yo.
But
Yeah.
yeah, that stuff it really helped. Do you know anyone that got COVID? Anyone else besides me?
Yeah, my brother and my nephew had it. Which he was an infant, but like they're okay though. Like they actually went through it like to where oh I can catch it and be alright. Like from the looks of it, you know what I'm saying? Knock on wood, but
Yes, definitely not
they
on wood,
made me
sis.
feel
Because
okay. Like
I,
and
yeah,
then
that's
you,
the dangerous thing about it though. Is I felt like first of all, I don't usually get sick, but I thought that I had like because the weather was changing, so I thought I had like a head cold or like
mm-hmm.
my sinus, like just something crazy like that. And I was like, well, since there is this virus going around, let me just go
Yeah.
get tested, and I did. And sure enough, it came back. Um, but it's weird. Like I was around people, nobody that I was around got it. Thank God. Like I was really happy about it. I had like one moment. I had a very, very, very brief moment where I was like, "Oh my God,
Yeah.
I have COVID!
You gotta get it
Like
out.
what? Am I gonna be the same? Are my fingers gonna work? Am I gonna be able to think again? Like?" And I was like, "No, that's the devil. Devil, get up off me! Like no,
Lay off
that's
the internet, yeah.
yeah, so I mean, I had one of the like a not so bad experience, but that's the dangerous thing about it. People think it's just a little cold or allergies or whatever, and they in Atlanta pouring Douce down a girl's mouth at the club. I ain't trying to call nobody out or talking back because I feel like. What do you think about that
No,
too? Because I feel like I've been as safe as I possibly can be. Like because we're doing this and like we're live, like we ain't masked up. Everybody that's here masked up. Like when we not talking, we
yeah.
masked up. I try and only go places where it's like absolutely necessary, and I feel like that's the case for everybody. But then, what is absolutely necessary for everybody? You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I see people on Twitter and they're like, "Oh my God, you guys are traveling and doing this and doing that," and I see Shorty getting her nails done, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
"Which one is it, sis?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
your life, your nails are more important than like I don't know." But
Right. This is a
you
very
like no
hard
comment.
conversation. Like my boobs sweating because I don't like talking about it because I'm just like people just need to get it together. Like I
Ideally, so if you were the president of the United States of America, and you had to solve the coronavirus crisis, what would be your first mandate?
Um, damn, it's so controversial. Um, I would definitely be pushing the shit out some herbs. That's all I got for you.
Big Pharma will get you.
Yeah, like I'm just like, there are things that can, and then crazy enough, like I'm just like on YouTube watching videos of people who have caught it. So I have everything that they bought in my fridge just in case, or in my cabinets just in case. But mainly it's just like the five like main herbs that I take already, which is
Yeah.
crazy because I'm like,
What are
you're
those for the people that want to know?
so you got ginger, you have like pineapple. People took like pineapple juice. We stayed drinking pineapple juice. Black seed oil, um, chlorophyll I guess it clears your blood. What else? What's another one?
What was the one black seed oil?
Oh, I don't know how to pronounce this. I may have it wrong. Uh, it's just how do you pronounce it, Muhammad? The T that starts with the E. Yeah, there you go. He got it.
Okay, I've heard of that.
Echinacea. Yeah. So yeah, that. Yeah. But just have those in your cabinet. Run this back, and you know.
If you missed it, the podcast will be dropping on the 23rd.
But definitely black seed oil. Like I live by black seed oil. Like that. We haven't been sick in so long. So
I think you gave me some black seed oil.
yeah, yeah.
Yes. But yeah.
It's so many herbs. That's why I was like, now I ain't no professional with it, but I know my little things, you know. But I'm learning the names, y'all. I'm learning the names.
I was on, and that's another reason too why I like seeing you like on your journey because again, it holds me accountable. But there was this group on Clubhouse, and the girl was saying that like it gets really deep, but I don't even remember what group I was in, Lord. But she was talking about how we don't like the foods that we eat here aren't consistent with our diet like as a people, you know what I'm saying, like what we would be eating back home, and like we're not exposed to like we're exposed to like 5% of like the things that we should be eating. So that's definitely why I got into like herbs and like adding different spices for that reason and stuff to my food. And that's why again I like watching you on your journey because I'm like, oh, okay, what's she using? I'll put this how I'm supposed to use it. Okay, cool.
That's cool, man. Like, so that was a conversation on Clubhouse.
Yes.
I need to get on there more. I'm on there, but I guess I guess people operate differently because you have people who actually can network and talk to people.
Yeah, yeah.
But then you have, for me, I go on there and I like search whatever I'm looking for, and I find
Okay.
people who have those jobs, and I follow them on Instagram. And I
Okay.
found so many people who do hair on sets and like,
You incognito.
yeah,
On
I do shit
you
like
definitely. I never see you. I never see you on there. I never see Mo on there.
he was on there for like 2 days straight. And I'm like, please get off of there. Because everybody was on there at the same time. I'm like, they've been on there all day. But yeah.
That is interesting to
ain't
me.
no judgment.
What's your like overall? I feel like have I talked to everybody? I don't think I talked to Colby about Clubhouse. But what's your overall take so far on Clubhouse? What's your Clubhouse experience been like?
Damn, I suck because I don't talk to anybody on there. I legit do
Well,
it.
you just said what you use it for, so that's literally your
'Cause
experience.
it was
Like,
quicker. I don't know. And then I use Instagram. Like, that's how I connect with people. So, yeah, I just DM'd them on Instagram and had a personal conversation with them.
I will say, I've gotten a lot of followers on
That's what's
Instagram
up.
from Clubhouse because I guess people like are still weird or whatever about the ratios and stuff. So like they won't necessarily follow me on Clubhouse, but they'll go to Instagram and like I've gotten opportunities to like do some blogging for these like cannabis blogs and magazines. So I'm like, cool. Like
That's what's
I
up.
see why people like this app.
Yeah.
And then there's also like I don't necessarily like the ratchet groups, but there's this one guy that I follow. He's like an occultist and he does like this tantric stuff. First of all, he's a guy, and I hate to say it, but I am part of the She-Man Hater Club. I don't hate men, but you know, I'm one of those people that I'm just like
please don't get her started. Like, he'd
And
be like,
that's
you're
so-
not in that anymore. And I just be like, get them together.
You kill them all. It's different. It's different. Okay. But like, no, definitely. But anyway, so, and I just so happened to go into his room. I forgot what the title was. It was something I was interested in, but it was a man. I'm like, what is this man talking about? And so I went into the room and I actually was digging what the brother had to say. I was like,
That's
he really
what's up.
tapped in. Like, you know, so I like to go to his rooms and sometimes he gets he's an occultist. but he's like very down to earth and brother back. He makes it
Okay.
make sense. So I like doing like that kind of like spiritual pages
Oh, that's
and
what's
or groups
up.
and stuff like that. Erica has an awkward black girl group that it's usually
I'll
good
probably be in
conversations.
there somewhere.
Join the club. It's
I'll be
always
in there.
good vibes, good conversations. Like everybody in there is awkward. Like I like it. Um,
Okay, I'm about to hop
yes.
on there.
Okay. Do we got a lot?
Look at
Okay. Fine. Oh yeah. Okay, guys, we're gonna start answering questions. I want to know what the
This
people.
is so nice.
I know. I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves so far.
Hi, everybody. Thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate it. Like, this is my show. But I'm just here, you know.
This is your show. This is your show.
Just here on the platform.
It's like both of ours.
Hi everyone, it's JP Pro, and I'm going to be answering some questions live for you. So, Savis, the first question is from Michelle Neville. She says, "How has 2020 impacted you compared to 2018, both professionally and personally?"
Oof. So, I feel like COVID definitely affected everybody. 2018, I was booming. Like, I was just booked. 2020, I was booked, but it was still like it's
Panorama.
looking a little shaky now. Hold on. But then it also allowed me to get creative. So I had like the hair kits. I appreciated the pressure this year. Like I grew spiritually, um, business wise. Like it allowed me to just get uncomfortable, and I feel like I needed that. So yeah, I have my hair kits out here. I started making wigs, something I've been meaning to do for like a very long time. And we still traveled too, so it was like a, you know, I don't know. It was
It was a
because
good year. You had a
people
good
be like you were
2020.
traveling, but
I mean,
it
shit.
was I don't know. This is a very beautiful year. Like I appreciated it. This is a good
I
year.
love to hear. I like that people like when people have. I only really know even people that I've gone through it that have like success. Like I found myself even though I lost my job. Like this happened. Like I really hope that
The
everybody
job
found
lost you.
the job lost you
Okay,
exactly. So yeah, I'm
look what
happy
you
that
doing.
you had a good year.
This year was good. This was a good year. Thanks, Michelle, for that question.
So, as a follow-up question, she asked, "You are," or she said, "You are so poised," and then she asked, "What grounds you?" Question mark.
Ooh, what grounds me?
Thanks for the deep questions,
I
Michelle.
know. Creativity, just self-expression in any way, shape, or form. Because I am a creative being. Like I have to create something. Like I have to do something like with my hands and just whether it's cooking, whether it's making drinks, whether it's like cooking with cannabis, whatever. I have to be creative because when I was younger, like that was my imagination was just something that's all I had. So creativity just allows me to like express myself, and I'm gonna just like end it like that. Before
You
I,
are very creative. She's a tattoo artist, a cook,
I was.
like all these things. But okay, what grounds you? Can you tell the people what you do when you need to feel what you told me that you watch when you feel like you need to like motivate yourself?
Oh shit. Okay. This is
And I
so
started doing this too.
weird.
It is, but I'm like, you know what? Yep, I be thinking about it. But go tell the people because
This is probably why I should like chill because you see I'm super emotional already. But I watch like slavery movies and shows. Right, that's what I told you, right?
that's what
Yeah,
you
yeah,
told me.
yeah.
That's
I
what you told me.
was like, yeah, anything that has to do with our history, I try to watch it because when I'm feeling ungrateful, if I'm just taking things for granted, um, yeah, I try to watch my people and what they went through because I have no rights. That's how I feel. I just have no right to just, you know what I'm saying, be in whatever funk I'm in because I have my own business. I have a family. You know what I'm saying?
You
Like
are your ancestors'
nobody,
wildest dream.
you know what I'm
Like
saying? And that's why I try to tap in after that with them just to, let them know like thank you because yeah, this is it's an interesting time we live in. So
I hope you guys found that
Yeah.
inspiring because I like
It's so weird
when
though,
you
'cause
first said
some
it, I was
people
like,
can't watch it.
okay. But like when I'm working out or something and I'm like, huh, 'cause I'm very much so if you really know me, I'm very much so if I don't feel like doing it, I'm probably not gonna want to do it. Like I
Yeah.
love, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm never gonna deny myself pleasure. I love to have a good time. And so sometimes when I be running, like I have to push myself to, like, really get through. And usually I used to, before that, I think I used to maybe listen to music or like try and like time myself with music. But now I think, what if I couldn't stop running?
Yeah.
Like, what if
Yeah.
I'm gonna just stop running?
Yeah.
So I keep running
Yeah.
until I'm done
For
with my little
real.
mile, and I'm stronger for it. And one thing that I learned during my process with Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, shout out to Kamala, but mind over matter, man. Like if you can push yourself physically, you can push yourself mentally, and that for me is how I'm able to keep myself going. I'm like, okay, if I can push myself like this much physically, like I can push myself this much mentally also.
I need to start working out because I can like eat salads
I'm
for the
like, you
most
look
part
really
all
good.
day. But baby, don't have me trying to work out with you. You'll be so mad. Like, why is she not getting up? I went working out with my friend Mahika,
What y'all doing?
and we went to this gym that's in like Brentwood, and they have like 4 setups, and it's like 30 minutes. It's 30 minutes, Rachel, of working out.
Each oh,
No,
30
it's
minutes total. Okay,
yeah.
okay,
So it's
okay.
like a few minutes on each set. By the what? I made it to like the second set and fell the fuck out.
But
Like
what
I
was y'all
laid
doing
down.
though? Because I don't do like intense cardio.
It
Like I
wasn't
run and do yoga and
intense
that's
at
it.
all, but I was just like, damn, I'm out of shape. Like I need to like do some physical shit because I just be like, oh, I'm just gonna eat healthy and be okay. But like, if something was to happen, do not wait on me because I'm just
Yeah,
like
you definitely though
not
have
make
to
it.
like use it or lose it. Cause like when I go a while without doing like certain yoga poses or like go a while with like just
Oh
without doing
man,
yoga, I'd be like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah. Them knees will
oh.
get you. Them knees will get you.
My
Yeah.
okay, so I still like I'm not gonna say what my age is, but I feel a good 22. Okay, on a good day, I feel 22. Except when it's cold outside, I could have on the thickest sweatpants, like padded up, but my knees, the cold, and my knees be like,
What?
uh-uh.
That is so funny.
And I'm like, why? What is this? Like, this has never happened before. Do you have like any of those like reminding you of just that you're aging?
My
Besides
my
that,
knees.
really,
Yeah, I
it's
get
a
on
common
them.
thing,
Yeah.
Meg.
Yeah.
But again, use it or lose it because I've been practicing now. Have you? So you could tell me pineapples, but have you been seeing the Crybaby challenge? The like the
No, which
Meg
one
the
is that?
Stallions version, not the version we used to do when we
You
was
talking about?
kids, but like her like twerking on the
And she do like the little.
yes the
I
right.
don't know how to do it. I tried. I tried. I tried to bend my. I nope. I failed.
My
I
knees
failed.
hung in there. There- Sorry, this is probably my higher self telling me pineapples, but girl, but it was nothing moving though. It was I don't know what it looks
Baby,
like, and I was like, I'm scared to even know
no.
what this looks like, but I could do it. I don't know what it looked like though. But okay,
Recorded.
sorry,
I'm
we went
recording.
on a whole tangent.
Oh, I think they understand. I think everybody tried it at home now. Cause shout out to Meg
Did
the
y'all try to
Stallion.
cry baby at home?
Shout out to Meg the Stallion, baby.
Okay, sorry, Jaleesa. Next question.
All right, so we have a couple comments. Erica Jones says, Savis, I need you to sell your honey edibles. And then she also said, y'all look famous now. But our next question comes from Leah Agbazian. And she says, have you ever used hemp oil in your hair care routine?
No, I haven't hemp anything. I really don't know too much about at all.
I don't know much about him. I am a THC girl through and through, but I do know that hemp has like lots of benefits, and people are
Mhm.
using it because it's so abundant and it's
Yeah.
legal. Like people use it in a lot of stuff now. I don't know about it though. Like again, like I want to know like whose is this? Where does this come from?
Yeah.
Why is it there? People putting hemp and CBD and everything now. But have you thought about putting like any kind of cannabis products in your
I want to like. I just want to wait for it to get. Cause I don't need them problems right now. I really don't.
One with so I thought about like a CBD flower,
Hmm.
like some doing something with CBD, but I'm just like, that's really not
Come on, girl. Let's
my.
start a business.
Come on, we
Shit.
can. Now, what I like to so my favorite CBD product, it was this like isolate thing, and what I did was I like put it on my joints, like I mix it with the
Oh.
weed, so it's not like a super hard come down,
Hmm.
especially when it's like a sativa and not a hybrid. But
Did it like work?
yeah,
Oh, that's
it
what's up.
works. It like evens it out. So usually, if you're depending on how much you smoke, usually I microdose. So I'll have like my little bowl,
How much
and
do
I'll
you
just
smoke?
I
I can't ask myself that. So I'm like,
so I put myself on a routine, and because I was kind of like you, how you said pre moon, you was like smoking. I was hey,
yeah.
smoke weed every day. I was high all the time, but I awake and bake. So I'm the most alert in the morning. So I usually get up like real early and like have some time to myself, and then I'll smoke a little bowl, have my coffee, and like work on
That's
whatever
what's up.
projects I'm working on. And I try not to in the middle of the day, because depending on again what it is, it might just kind of
Mm-hmm.
I might not come back up from
Bring
it.
you down. Yeah, and your whole day is just like fucked. Yeah.
Yes. What? Where is your favorite place to smoke?
Mm.
Or like, have you ever had like a session that was just like this? What this is the experience?
Yo, Denver. We went to Denver, but like it wasn't even in, forget Denver, but it was just like their parks. So like, have you ever smoked at a park before? Don't say it out loud.
We can edit
I don't
it.
think that's legal. It's illegal.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I like parks, like just chilling under trees and just smoking. Like I just feel like it just does something to your high, like this
Okay,
overload.
so terpene, so you know you get like just a natural high from just being in nature,
Mm-hmm.
and that's because the terpenes, which are also found in cannabis, which is why you get high, or it assists like in different
Mm-hmm.
strains. It's like, the makes you sleepy or makes you hungry or whatever, but the
Yeah.
terpenes from the trees is like what makes you get a natural high. So being high in nature is probably like you get a double whammy, because I know whenever I go hiking, shout out to my hiking friends.
I be seeing y'all hiking. I be like, one day I'm gonna
They,
get
I think
up.
they went today, or they were supposed to go today, or something like that. But
I'm gonna do it one day.
whenever I go with them, like I just have a natural high just from
That's what's
being in
up.
nature. Like it's the most anytime I spend extended time in nature, I just feel so humbled and blessed to be here. It's like a trip, a natural high. It's literally
Yeah.
just like a natural high. But I think
It also brings your high down too, but like in a good way. Like
yeah,
if
yeah,
you're
yeah.
overly high, like to go to the park is
Getting
like the
fresh
best.
air.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when you're hotboxing and then the car's just full of smoke, you gotta
Yeah.
get some fresh air. Okay, okay. Um, any more questions?
Yeah, we have a lot more.
Oh,
So
oh, keep it
More.
we have
coming.
a question from Alexis Skurlock who says, "Hi, Savis. I'm truly enjoying the conversation and you both look great. My conversation is, what are you most excited about going into 2021?"
Superpowers.
I was like,
I'm
you
just
want to
playing.
you want to answer it first? I want to get into real estate, which I've never been that type of
Let's hold each
person.
other accountable.
Okay, and then what else we were supposed to hold each other accountable for?
Yoga.
Yoga, yeah. So yoga, and yes, so I'm actually in school to become a yoga instructor. I wasn't supposed to share that, but I'm just gonna share it now. And then now I want to like get,
Got the
you
exclusive
know,
drop here, guys. Okay,
and now I want to get into real estate of some sort, cause, and it's mainly not even just because I have like a passion for real estate, but I just want to
ownership.
help house people. Yeah, like and that too, like have something for my son, but just like help house people, man. Like this homeless population out here is just sickening. So whatever way I can assist with that, because I think they need more people like us to step in to like, you know what I'm saying, like kind of combat that. But yeah, I'm really excited about learning real estate. I don't know if I'm going to be any good at it, but I'm
I think
all
as
for giving
long
it a
as you
shot.
have like that, like whenever I think like, oh, this is too, I'm thinking too big or this is whatever. I
Hmm.
remember people by why you're doing, not what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think as long as you like stick to that, like it's you really genuinely, obviously, of course, ownership, but you want to help
Yeah.
people. Like, why wouldn't everybody wants to help people? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm actually doing this for a reason. So, but again, Clubhouse, I've been like
Oh,
just this
Clubhouse.
week actually, I started like trying to join like real estate rooms and like learning as
Oh,
much as I can about like first time home buyers and like all these like there's a lot for home buyers.
go ahead and tell them what
First time
Clubhouse
home
is,
buy. Oh,
cause
Clubhouse. For those of you who don't know,
it's a
first of all, it's talked about on all the other episodes. So if you've been on the other recordings, you know what Clubhouse is probably by now. But it's this new app where basically you just have to be invited to get in. It's like Zoom meets Twitter. So your timeline is like a
ooh.
hallway of different rooms. And when like you click to go inside of a room, it's like a webinar kind of like this, except you don't see people's faces. It's just your voice. There's a stage, a panelist, and then the people that they follow, which is like the front row, I guess, and then other people in the room. It's been some crazy, like the Kevin Hart situation where he went on there and said whatever he said. Child, I don't even know, but it's just this whole thing. It's
It's
this
a room
new
for
startup.
everybody.
It's a room for everybody, a room for
Yeah.
everything. Like I said, I've gotten opportunities off of it. Savis said she's met people like that she's connected with, and you know what I'm saying. So it's definitely a I like the app. It's just with anything in this world, it's what you make of it.
Yeah.
But I forgot. Oh, yeah, home ownership. I told myself definitely by 32, I'm gonna have two properties. So
Yes.
we getting there.
And you wanna
We're gonna hold each other accountable for doing this.
can we please? Because oh,
Yes.
that's another thing. So I bought me a clear quartz crystal today to set my intentions for that, so I can actually like follow through with my goals for
I need to do
2020.
that. I need to actually. They're not real until you write them down. I've done my business goals. I need to do my like personal.
Because we
Get my
gotta
life
just
together.
see it through. We gotta see it through. Like, you know what I'm saying? Why not?
Okay. Next question.
Okay, so we're winding down on time, so I'm going to pick two more questions if that's okay with you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the next question is from Marquise Bassett, and he said, "This is so refreshing. Who are some of your favorite hairstylists in the city?"
Oh, that was such a good question.
Hey, Key.
So Cree, she does my color, like she does my blonde. She didn't do this
Your
one, so
color
I'm
be
gonna let
popping too.
you
Hey, Cree.
know. But Cree's like she's so professional. Like that's why I stuck with her for so long, cause she just like you said, I don't let everybody in my hair. So
It's a spiritual thing. It's a
yeah.
lifestyle.
And she's an educator. Like she if your hair doesn't look right, then she's not going to do the service. Like she's actually going to educate you on how to like get your roots back right. So I love that about her cuz she's not just taking money. She's actually like educating people. Her and of course my cousin Michelle, like she's been doing this for like since I was little. I don't think she realized that she's like my mentor because I used to play in her makeup and like her mannequin heads, like, and she went to a very expensive school, so she'll be like, "Nah, don't touch my mannequin heads." But I always just watched her like make people's day by doing their hair, so she's dope. But yeah, Cree is yeah, those two have to be like my favorite hairstylists in the city. And do you have
And
any?
what are their, do you have their handles, say this?
Yeah, can we like leave it down? I know I don't have my
Yep,
phone.
if I'll type them in the chat.
Okay.
But we'll move on to the next question. And then a follow-up question we have is from Rockstar. And Rocks asks, Savis, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Ooh, girl, retired somewhere. Like, I feel like that's the advantage of our generation. Like, we don't have to wait 30 years to retire. Like, we have so much access to everything to where we can legit be billionaires if we wanted to next year. Of course, time, but I, I plan to be retired with properties, with just relaxing with my kids, adoption, all of that in my future.
Kids.
So yeah, it's gonna be some kids, girl. So yeah, 5 years is gonna be good. I'm definitely gonna be retired.
I'm like, I want to just be probably starting my family in 5 years. I need to.
Nah, girl.
I need to get started. But anyway,
What about you? 5 years.
Oh, I thought these the girls want to know what you're doing. We
Oh, I'm
had you
sorry.
on here. This is
I'm
Juana TV
sorry.
featuring Savis Davis. Okay, the girls want to know
I'm gonna
about
be
you. They know I'm not
retired.
having no kids no time soon. In 5 years, I'll be somewhere. I'll be starting that part of my life.
Yes, I'll be retired. Yeah.
Is that it?
Do you want to take one more question? You have 5 more minutes.
Of
Yeah, we
course.
got time.
And I'll talk fast.
All right,
Technically, we
great.
had like
So
the
let's
hour and
take
then the
one.
30 minutes for the Q&A, but we ain't gonna hold y'all.
They like, this
We
is
can get questions in.
Okay, perfect. So this question is from Kayla Otis, and she asked about moon. She said, "What are your favorite herbs for baby moon to take?"
Oh, so I'm so a lot of herbs you're not supposed to give to like a lot of them, but I mainly just give him elderberry and chamomile. I give him chamomile before his nap and like lavender, stuff like that, and mint. So mint, chamomile, lavender, elderberry, what I would say are like the safest ones for kids who are like under 18. Well, I guess that's adult at that point. But
They still
basically they say
babies.
16 to 18 or less is like you're not supposed to be giving herbs to them. But chamomile, lavender, mint, elderberry, was that all of them? And lavender, did I say lavender?
I
So
think you
yeah.
did.
I'll DM it to you. Look. By the way, she's like a mother. She's about to have a kid. So
Oh, hey,
like I'm like,
congratulations.
yeah. So chamomile is like number one for sure because it makes them sleepy. So
All right, so our next question is from Erica Jones. She said, with social media being a main way to advertise, how do you balance advertising yourself while being consistent online and keeping a good mental health state and staying true to your internal self?
So this is a good question because a few weeks ago I took an Instagram break, and I felt so light just because I deleted the app off my phone, and I just felt so light because I didn't have to like post. I didn't feel pressure to like post and have content created to the side and just uploading videos of just unnecessary stuff. But I definitely like the good thing about what I do is I can legit just promote myself, my hair. I can take a selfie and my hair be done. So it's like, oh, okay, like I love this hairstyle, like let me book. So I don't really have to like work too hard. As far as like gaining maybe like other celebrity clients, I DM them. I DM like 20 people a night. So I just like feel free to hop off every now and then and just take my time to myself. Cause on my way to DM people, I see a lot of like news and just sadness all over the world. So I have to take a nice little break because it's necessary. So yeah, I hope that answers the question.
I like that you said that because like, yeah, you want to know like everything that's going on in the world, but it
I
can
don't
get
think it's
heavy.
healthy.
It's not
I don't
healthy.
think that's healthy.
Like you said, it's literally heavy. So having a balance between watching the news all the time and being on
Oh
social
yeah,
media, especially with what you do, because you kind of have to promote yourself through social media.
yeah.
So I want, like, ideally, I would be totally off the grid. I am, when my business elevates, I will be moving off the grid. Okay.
Girl, yo, like what have I been watching, Muhammad? I have been watching tiny house episodes, and like these people be off the grid in their buses, and I'm like, okay, that's where I'm gonna be 5 years. That's my answer. 5 years from now, I'm gonna be
Off the grid.
yes in a tiny
Goals.
house somewhere with like solar panels and shit. Like nobody's gonna know where I'm at. But yeah,
Except me.
of course. No, that do kind of sound fucked up, but yeah.
Okay. Okay.
All right, next question. Maya Foster asks, Rachel and Savis, what's your favorite kind of flower to smoke?
Ooh. I think I'm super generic. I think I like Girl Scout cookies.
Okay.
I feel like those they're not like super intense. I don't need intense weed, okay? Like
You like
I
a
feel like this
hybrid.
stuff out here be so like
You want regular weed.
intense.
She wants
I don't want
regular
no
weed.
Reggie now. Don't try to do me. I do like a little taste to it. Like I like it to be flavorful too. So but that's kind of a basic one.
How do you
Girl
smoke
Scout.
your flower?
Papers. Or like the
Same.
vegan wraps. Have you ever tried the vegan
It's
wraps?
like the vegan hemp
Yeah.
wraps.
So yeah, I do use hemp. Yeah, I love
Yeah.
those. I love those.
Yeah, I usually pack a bowl, but if it's not a bowl, I'll do paper. And I think my favorite flower is
Like what
probably
Michelle got on.
huh?
Said what Michelle got on hand.
Right, whatever she got on hand. No. I like when I was in LA, what did I try? It's like a really popular strain, but I don't
um,
remember what it and it's like super glue. No. Yes? Is that the one that all the kids are going crazy over right
I've
now?
never had that one.
No, I know like everybody's talking about like runts and Zaza, and I don't even know, but
I
it's.
don't
I
know
want
what
to
they're
say it's
talking
super
about.
glue. It's probably super glue.
It's pretty
I think
like
it's super glue.
it's sticky. It's nice.
It has a nice
Is it the flavor?
it has a nice like I feel like my body feels high, but I don't come down really hard.
Okay, that's
If
good.
that makes sense. Like I feel like the high is very intense, but I didn't come down like
That's what I need. Yeah.
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 So yeah, I think it's super glue.
Like a nice little.
Sorry, next question.
Awesome. So next question we have is from Emily Trimmerman, and she says, "Savis, are you going to write a vegan book? I would buy it."
Oh yes, I am. It's just a matter of when. I definitely want to. That's definitely one of the goals in
Cause
2021.
Savis can really cook. Savis can real like she can really cook. Okay, jack of all trades over here, you guys.
Nah, I didn't. Yo, I'm gonna have to like reach out to you and like send you the first copy because thank you for putting that back in my noggin because you
Emily's
know
writing a book,
monetize off everything. So
but I won't.
oh, she's writing a book
Mhm.
too. Oh, that's super cool.
But I ain't gonna. I'm gonna stop it there. All right, next question.
Got it.
Next question is from Melanie Austin. She said, "Savis, have you done any spiritual work releasing ancestral trauma and healing generational traumas?" She
Ooh,
said she's so evolved.
yes.
What was the question?
Um,
Has she done any work personally?
right. That was the question.
Have you done any work with releasing ancestral trauma and healing generational traumas?
Oh, very yes. Um, that was like the biggest thing for me. Like getting into a relationship, I had to just let go of daddy issues and just all the other little things that may have like lingered around, like going into a relationship. And then, so yeah, I got into like meditation and like yoga and just speaking life into myself. Cause, yeah, we don't do that. I feel like black women, we don't take the time to actually like reflect and to like take it easy on ourselves. I feel like we have to be at this point already. And I think for the longest I would like kind of beat myself up for not being over certain things. So, yeah, I definitely think that yoga is a very strong weapon against any type of trauma. Meditation is a stronger weapon because you are just taking time with yourself and just acknowledging pain. So, yeah, those are the two main things that I do. And again, creating. As long as I can create, I'm okay. Like, I feel like the things that I carry kind of just like shed off. So, yeah, create, yoga, and meditation is like the top things that I would suggest.
I would have to agree. I like those. I think
Yeah.
yoga for me, yoga is meditation. Like it's hard for me
Yeah.
to like I think a lot of people think like when you're meditating, like it's supposed to be like, oh, like like just this,
Yeah.
and your mind's supposed to be so blank. And when I again being on Clubhouse and listening, or like even like people on TikTok listening to spiritual people say, like it's not necessarily like your mind has to be void of thought, but that you let those thoughts pass, you acknowledge those thoughts, and then you go you go through the motions. So
Yeah.
but
I
yoga
love that.
helps me meditate. And it looks different for everybody. But yeah, yoga and
And
meditation
I
for
love
sure.
that they're talking about that on TikTok. I did not know that.
TikTok be having some
I did not
gems.
know
I done
that.
got some really nice gems off the TikTok.
I'm gonna have to get on there for a while. Look. Mm-mm.
Okay, next question.
Next question we have is from Erica Jones, and she said, "What is your second passion outside of hair?"
Hmm. Even though I don't make money off of it, it's cooking. I love cooking. That is like when I'm pissed, I come home and I cook, and I'm okay.
I know that's good for Mo.
Oh yeah, I would love that. But also, don't go to the grocery store pissed because I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna make this. So I'm like, no, let me not do that
Mo,
because
you be trying to make her mad on
it get a
purpose
little
to get a meal.
dangerous. It get a little dangerous. But I love to cook. I love to cook. I love to cook. But yeah.
That concludes all of our questions.
Ooh,
Oh, yay. Well, those are some really
thank
good,
you guys.
insightful
Those are really
questions.
like no, those are really good. Those are
Especially the
really
one
good.
about the ancestral healing, the ancestral
Yes.
trauma, generational trauma. Because I feel like even you said just like meditation and yoga, but even through like your diet and stuff, like that's
Hmm.
healing ancestral trauma. I'm happy we touched on that. Thanks for that question. I think it was Maya.
Oh, because yeah, and this may touch people or whatever, but a lot of people feel like, oh, it was passed down, like certain diseases and things like
Mm-hmm.
that. So yeah, when you do watch what you eat, you're kind of combating that like off top because you have to watch what you put in your body because this shit is poison out here. Like we don't need these problems because we got enough.
Biological
So
warfare
I'm
is
glad
real.
you said that. Yeah, yeah, for real.
Well, guys,
So
that concludes
yeah.
the questions. That concludes the show. Is there anything else you want the girls to know?
Ooh, follow
All right.
me and then watch my yoga journey because I am so excited about this. Rachel will also be a part of it
I will,
because
guys.
she's gonna hold me accountable and
I
make
guess
sure
we're
I.
accountability partners
Yeah,
now.
we are.
Hey.
So yes, that's about it. That's what I'm on right now. I'm trying to stay focused with that. So that's it.
All right,
Thank you
girl.
guys so much. I appreciate y'all. Like this was really dope. This is really dope.
Yay. Bye. Thanks for joining us.
Bye. You know, how people be just be talking like, oh, when they go off.
Like, back to you.